Okay, welcome to When the Bit Hits the Fan, number 3. I have a great show today. I am pleased to have the developers of Vericoin joining me. I have Patrick Nosker, Doug Pike, and William Sedlak. Is that how you spell it?
Sedlak, and I'm not a developer. I just want to throw that out there.
He's been working with the team to make physical silver coins that you can attach Vericoins to. So we'll get started right away. And Patrick, let's talk about Veri Wallet and the new one you came out with yesterday. It's pretty good, or it's not pretty good, it's impressive how fast you guys have been coming out with this stuff. And I was just wondering how or why people should use this over keeping their wallets or their coins on an exchange like MintPal or any other exchange.
Yeah, so I guess Doug and I will answer these, but maybe we should give a background about how Vericoin works compared to Bitcoin, for example. So Bitcoin works with a proof of work system. So that means you have to basically demonstrate that you're using a lot of computational power in order to earn any Bitcoins. And it's sort of become a giant pissing match where people try to get the most powerful computers and take over, make the network hash rate very high, and that's costing a lot of electricity and money. So instead of that, we use a proof of script or a proof of stake system where it uses the script algorithm, and essentially, rather than being a pissing match between the computational power you have, it's a pissing match using the amount of coins you have. So the more coins you have, the faster you earn additional coins, and the rate at which you earn additional coins is set according to an interest rate function that is dependent on the total number of coins staked throughout the network. So staking is essentially you allowing your coins to make new blocks of coins, and in reward for that, you get a very small amount of additional coins at the rate of right now. I think it's around 2.3% per year. The wallet has a lot of cool functionality. Doug's actually the wallet guru here. He can tell you more about the way the wallet works, but it essentially combines two functions we already released earlier on a server, Verisend and Veribit. And Verisend is an anonymous transaction system where we mix coins together with other people's coins and some other other anonymous stuff to make it so it's very difficult to detect transactions. Not saying it's not possible if you had the computational power of the Department of Energy or something, but so it's really, really difficult. And Veribit is our transaction layer that allows you to seamlessly send Bitcoin using Vericoins from the Vericoin wallet. So Doug, you want to talk about the wallet with the integrated functions?
Yes. So essentially, the wallet itself is pretty simple. It's very similar to Bitcoin wallet or many of Bitcoin's wallets. As Pat said, it has those two added features. And one of the major things we have going for our coin is the proof of stake model, and that actually aids in the decentralization of the network because each wallet has some number of coins, and the approval of the transactions, signing the transactions, is determined by the proof of stake. The distribution of the consensus is much more wide. Because there's not essentially mining farms that are solving blocks and signing transactions. So the POS system is actually very decentralized. So in that sense, the network is more is stronger. It can, in many ways, it's faster most of the time. And also, it's more impervious to 51% attacks and things like that. And so the wallet is really just implementing all those features together, and it makes it. The idea is basically just keep it simple. Make it very easy to use Vericoin. And one of the advantages of Veribit is in the wallet you can purchase anything that you could purchase with Bitcoin in a Bitcoin wallet, and it's as easy. And in that sense, we have, as far as the user is concerned, we have as much market penetration as Bitcoin, because you go in, you open your wallet, you push send to wherever Bitcoin's accepted, and there's advantages of having Vericoin, and those are more decentralization, earning interest, and not having to invest in big mining farms or huge mining expensive ASIC mining servers to get the coin besides just buying it.
Yeah,
So,
I noticed yesterday, or maybe it was this morning, I installed the new wallet that you guys put out yesterday, and I transferred some Bitcoins from my MintPal account to the wallet, and it only took a few minutes for them to actually be verified and show up in the wallet, versus when you send Bitcoin, it shows that you sent them, but they're not actually verified transactions.
right.
For sometimes I've waited up to 6 hours for them to actually be verified, where I think that's a big advantage of this, because sometimes you want your transactions to be moved somewhere and then be able to use them right away. For instance, if you're buying coins, you want to be able to spend them right away.
Right.
If you got to wait 6 hours for them to be verified or whatever, because I was really disappointed when I first got into Bitcoin, and everybody had said how instant it was, and I was having these long waits sometimes, and sometimes it was 10 minutes, sometimes it was several hours before it was verified, but it really wasn't, it wasn't a set time you could count on, whereas the Veri Wallet seems to be quite fast.
Yeah, so one of the reasons we did the network stake dependent interest was, in addition to having the proof of stake model like other coins, in particular Blackcoin, in addition to having proof of stake, which can, most of the time, it's just easier to have it run faster because of the way it works. But one of the reasons we designed in the network stake dependent interest, where we're essentially incentivizing people to save their coins by essentially raising the interest rate the more people hold their coins. And we want this to foster basically an idea that, if you're holding your coins and you can get your fellow Vericoin holders, if you can encourage them to also hold their coins, everyone can benefit more. And that helps to basically stabilize both the community and the network, because the more people who are staking, the more essentially computational resources there are to approve the transactions and have seamless connections throughout the network. So incentivize the coins in your wallet is.
You're cutting out again, Doug.
Yeah, Doug, we're dropping your audio.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
So the incentivizing holding and basically earning more interest. What? Earning more interest, the more the community holds, is going to encourage the network, people who are in the network, to have their wallets open, which ultimately is going to make the network faster. So we could potentially, and more stable. So we could potentially be gaining more and more stability and also efficiency as the interest rate goes higher.
Yeah, and I was really excited when I had heard about some other network technologies that were using the same sort of model before I had heard about Vericoin.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys, I had heard about Vericoin, probably 3 weeks ago or so.
Uh-huh.
And that's probably when I first purchased some. And then, I'd started looking into the technology more, and I didn't really start understanding that you guys were using more of this decentralized and shared processing power of the network computers into the Veri Wallet model and stuff, and I really like that approach.
Yeah.
I really like how I think that's going to be kind of the future of how the new internet, or I'd like to see the new internet kind of go in that direction, whereas I think that's been a failure of other technologies in the past, like Tor, or back when people were downloading MP3s and stuff through Napster, because they would only connect long enough to download what they wanted and wouldn't leave their client open
Right.
share their resources. Then it was just kind of a go and grab what you can get, but don't share, because there wasn't an incentive to keep yours open.
Right. Yeah. And this we improved the incentive in Vericoin, but basically the ancestry of Vericoin, as far as the proof of stake technology goes, is Peercoin really. As far as our proof of stake that we're using, Peercoin really was the first coin to implement it. Then Novacoin implemented a variation of it, and Blackcoin actually implemented a variation of Novacoins, and we're essentially implementing a variation of Blackcoins in addition to the new and novel things we're doing. We don't take credit for the proof of stake model, but we do think that it is a much better approach going into the future.
Mm-hmm. And now on my wallet, I had seen that there's the locked and unlocked mode, and then down at the bottom it says that my coins aren't mature yet. Can you tell me what that means?
Yeah, it basically means that your coins need to sit in the wallet for over 8 hours before you begin to hold your coins in the network, as essentially sending a message to the network that you have some number of coins, and then the calculation begins where you can earn interest. And that interest is going to depend on how long your coins have been in the wallet to some extent. So that if you close your wallet and you open it back up again, if you haven't had your coins in the wallet for over 8 hours for the last week, once that 8 hours passes, or it will have already been passed actually, then the network will calculate that your coins have actually been in the wallet for quite some time, increasing the probability that you receive interest. So what ends up happening there is you earn over the course of a year an average interest rate, and it's going to be around 2%. At any given time, the interest rate also varies, but it doesn't vary that much. It varies between like 1.5% and 2%. So, or 1.5% and 2.5%. So basically, you could just assume that no matter how many times you open the wallet over the course of a year, if you leave it open long enough, you will earn your 2% for the year, and it'll just come. It'll come to some extent depending on how often you open the wallet. So if you have your wallet open all the time, you're going to get smaller payments distributed over the year. If your wallet's open, some fraction of the year, you'll get bigger payments in that shorter period of time, but because the calculation goes over the course of the year. But if you do have your wallet open all the time, you will earn the average 2% interest plus compound interest on any new interest payments you've received, in addition to the more blocks that you're involved in passing. By having your wallet open, you earn the transaction fees for those blocks as well. So basically, the best case scenario as far as earning maximum amount of coin is to have your wallet open all the time. But if you don't want to do that, if you want to cold storage your coins, if you want to take them off the network, if you open your wallet back up again, you'll see your interest payments are larger to compensate for the period of time that you were off the network, so that you get close back to that about 2% per year.
Okay, and the locked and unlocked mode, does that have to do with the encryption then of the wallet itself?
So basically that's just allowing for certain transactions to occur while the wallet is encrypted, so that you can receive in an encrypted wallet your interest payments.
Okay, so you can send and receive Bitcoin or Vericoins when the wallet is locked?
When the wallet's locked, to send and receive Bitcoins, you need to put in your. Oh yeah, you can receive when the wallet's locked. That's right. To send Bitcoin, you need to put in your password.
Okay. So yeah, that was one thing I wasn't sure if it was just like the block time that was taking to get my Vericoin, or if it was because my wallet was locked.
Yeah, so if your wallet's locked, then staking is inactive, because you can't actually you can't participate. Basically, what you can receive payments when the wallet's locked, but you can't participate in staking because the network needs more information to assess how much interest you should earn. So essentially, if you do have an encrypted wallet and you want to stake and earn interest, you do have to unlock the wallet.
Okay, so for best results, you should have it encrypted and then unlock it sitting on your desktop when it's running?
That's the most
right.
secure way. But
That's the most secure way, yes.
Depends what you mean by best. If you want people to be able to take your wallet, then you don't need to do that.
Yeah. Okay. I think I understand.
Yeah, so basically, it's the securest, the safest, and easiest way to do it is to encrypt your wallet so that you have encryption protection of your coins, and then unlock it so that you can earn interest continually. So that way you're covered regarding security, and you're also earning all the interest that your wallet deserves.
Okay, that's what I thought, and that's what I've done is encrypted my wallet with the passphrase, and then it locked the wallet, and then I unlocked the wallet, and now it's sitting on my desktop running, and it's unlocked.
Right. Yeah. So you will, once you pass the criteria, which is 8 hours, some fraction of your coin being in this state for over 8 hours, then the icon in the bottom right will turn blue, and that'll be a color indicator to you, a simple indication that your wallet is now staking, and then you're basically in the pool, in a sense, of wallet users that are potentially going to receive an interest payment depending on how much coin they have in their wallet and how long it's been there. Once the icon in the lower right corner of the wallet turns blue, you can mouse over it, and it'll tell you it'll give you an estimate for when you would receive the interest, and it'll also tell you what the current interest rate is for the network.
Oh, okay. That's really, really nice, and that's a really good explanation, I think, for people, and it breaks it down so I think pretty much anybody can understand that.
Yeah, we're trying to keep it simple, and one of the things we're trying to do is make it easy for anyone, as many people as possible, to get into crypto, to start using digital currency.
Yeah, and I think you guys are making great leaps forward with that. And now, did I hear right that you guys have some ATMs out too? I thought I heard Pat say he bought a couple
So Moolah.io is a cryptocurrency company that works. They're a registered money transmitter in the U.S., for example. But essentially, what they have is they have a platform where you can buy and sell any of their supported currencies, which Vericoin is one, for Bitcoin or for Litecoin or a number of things, and you can also buy and sell for U.S. dollars. In addition, they're releasing ATMs with Vericoin support now, and I purchased one myself that I'll have in New Jersey for people to use if they want to. I need to figure out where to put it exactly, but essentially, anyone will be able to buy a Vericoin ATM now, and it will connect with the Moolah network to the Vericoin network, and it'll allow you to put in U.S. dollars or euros or wherever you are, Great British pounds, and get out Vericoin paper wallet, or it can email it to you, or you can do vice versa. You can send some coins to it and have it give you, cash.
Okay.
Actually, in answer to that, it's kind of ironic. Me and Pat were actually talking about that earlier today, and hopefully sometime by the first half of next year, I'm hoping to put a Vericoin ATM in Baton Rouge and another one in New Orleans.
Yeah. What are there federal restrictions then for doing the ATM for, like, as a individual person to put one
Well,
up?
essentially, the ATM is going to be connected to Moolah's network, which means they're the ones handling the conversion, and they're going to be paying essentially. The owner of the ATM can set some fee that they keep, and Moolah will just pay them that fee. Of course, they have to pay the upfront money for the ATM. Moolah doesn't own the ATM, but all the conversion is done by a licensed company, which is Moolah.io. I think it's Moolah Limited is the technical name.
And Moolah is the manufacturer of the ATM, or is this like
No, they manufacture the ATM.
Okay. I was wondering because I've seen like the Skyhook open source ATMs and things for Bitcoin that people are buying. And
It's something like that.
Okay. And now I know too you have a project coming up with SMS sending and stuff that you'll be able to send Vericoin to somebody with a phone if you.
Yeah, that's not a project. That's actually out. That was our first sort of thing we released. You can go to the Vericoin website and click on the SMS or text web page and learn about it. But basically, we have gateways in several countries that can all send to any country. So, if you're not on one of the listed countries, you could use the U.S. or Canada's or the UK service that phone number, as long as you have international texting. But essentially, it allows you to send and receive any amount of Vericoin you want to anyone's phone number or to their private key, or sorry, the public key.
Okay, I wasn't aware that. I didn't think that was available yet.
Yeah, it's available.
Okay. What other parts of Vericoin are out already, and what's coming up? Didn't you have another? Didn't you say that? I believe 4th of July or soon that you were going to have direct fiat purchasing from the wallet?
Yeah, so that's another thing with Moolah and another company who hasn't said anything publicly, so we're not going to mention them yet. But we are adding the ability in the wallet. We are thinking, we could either do it where we have a form on the wallet they can do stuff in, but some people were complaining they don't want us to see credit card numbers and stuff like that, which I think is fair. So I think maybe we'll just end up having basically an interstitial web page where people can, the wallet will have it embedded, but they will do stuff through the wallet to a website that is, an official money changer, some company that has the legal ability to convert your money, your Vericoins to U.S. dollars or vice versa, or British pounds or euros, etc.
And we're going to be working to make the integration solid and.
Can't hear you, Doug.
Oh, sorry. We're going to be. Can you hear me now?
No.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. We're going to be working with Moolah to integrate the fiat conversion into the wallet, so that so it's a solid and somewhat customized integration. And Moolah is activating tomorrow. Is that right?
To be officially activating tomorrow, so we're going to have a few days of testing to make sure everything goes well.
Yeah, so people should be able to tomorrow, and you can follow Moolah on Twitter or go to their website to stay up to date. But Moolah should be activating Vericoin fiat transactions tomorrow, which basically means we can then begin the process of incorporating it into the wallet. And if all goes well, we're hoping for July 4th to have that ready. But it'll to some extent depend on Moolah and to what extent we have to work with them on it.
Okay. And I see we're running out of time here. The main website for Vericoin then is vericoin.info. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So that's where people should go then to download the wallet and get the official links to download the wallet and things to make sure you're downloading the correct wallet.
That's right.
And I understand you guys got to run, so I want to thank you guys for coming on the show, and I really think it's good finding out these basic things, and really appreciate your openness and helpfulness too to the community and support. And Will, if you want to stay on and talk about the silver Vericoin for a few minutes, that would be fine.
Sure. Thanks a lot for having us.
You bet. Thank you again, Pat and Doug.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Yeah, about the silver Vericoins. Well, they are 1 ounce, 1 troy ounce, 0.999 fine silver, so basically pure silver. They will be able to be loaded with Vericoins. Due to U.S. money transmitting laws, I cannot sell them loaded. But they do come with a 10 Vericoin thank you donation to the purchaser's Vericoin wallet address. So, whatever you do with those Vericoins is up to you, but you're able to put those on the coin if you want to. Almost out of the coins I had for pre-sale on the open market, most of them are gone. They're reserved. So if you guys want to get one, better get one quick. On my Twitter, the link's on my Twitter. It's in Bitcoin thread, and it's the Bitcoin Talk thread, and it's also in the IRC channel most times as well. I try to spam it as much as possible. But this is just a first edition run. It will only sorry, people on IRC. There is only going to be 100 coins in this first edition run. I am planning a second edition run that will be slightly cheaper and have a lot more coins to it than this first edition run. It will be changed up though. Of course, it's not going to have first edition stamped on the back, and this wouldn't be till the earliest I'd start doing pre-orders for it would be sometime December of this year. And once the required number of pre-orders was hit, I'd go ahead and put the order in for the coins and get them minted up. So probably looking at somewhere between December, February timeframe, possibly, for the second edition run, if there's enough interest in it. So those would be the 2015 coins, and like I said, those would be slightly cheaper and slightly more plentiful. but these first edition ones, there's only 100, and they're going quick. So if you guys want to get one, you might want to hurry up and get one. And do you have any specific questions about it?
I don't think so. I'm really wondering what's going to happen with the price of silver in August when they quit fixing the prices, because they're taking that away. I plan on buying some here real soon. I've been meaning to for the last. I was going to today, and then I accidentally got locked out of my bank account, and I haven't had time to call the bank.
Oh no! Yeah, well, if you want to get an ounce of silver, you can always head on over to the Bitcoin Talk thread and get you one of the physical Vericoins.
I just might do that.
Yeah, like I said, I think I only have something like 10, 15 of them left for pre-order. Yeah, you can see on the thread itself, which anybody following, go into VRC, the Vericoin IRC channel, and I'll post up the link in a little bit. Okay, hold on, I got a question here about the second edition coins. The front face, I don't think we're going to do much design change to the front face for the second edition. I think it's mostly just going to be the date change, and on the back, well, obviously going to remove first edition off of the back, so either leave it blank or stamp it with second edition. I haven't really decided yet which way we're going to go with that, but since these are, official, this is an official Vericoin project, the Pat and the guys definitely have the final say in the design of the coin. Yeah, it might just, God, they keep throwing me off, these guys. Sorry, they're got some jokers in IRC. But yeah, so as far as massive changes to the design, I don't foresee that happening. Probably just a date change and the removal of first edition on the back, most likely. And, of course, different hologram stickers as well. That'll be another way to differentiate, is with different hologram stickers.
Okay. Well, and is there a link to that on the vericoin.info page, too?
I don't think the guys have gotten around to posting one up yet, but I can grab it real quick and give it to you. So if you want to throw it up on YouTube or on wherever,
show notes.
That'd be not a problem. So 1 second here, let me grab it. All right.
Yeah, I had it, but I had to close out before with our pre-show talk.
Yeah, not a problem. Let's see. Here we are. Okay, go ahead and message that to you. I'll throw it up in IRC too to whoever's watching.
Okay. Well, I think that about covers what we can talk about today. And I want to thank you again for being on the show. It was great talking to you and getting to meet you.
Hey, not a problem.
So
right.
Have a good one, and I hope this Silver Vericoin project goes well for you. And
oh yeah. I did want to say that I forgot to talk about also a couple other things in early development stages are going to be either 10, 50, or 100 ounce silver Vericoin bars. Those would require, it would be more expensive to purchase. So once again, it's totally dependent upon community demand, and also solid gold Vericoins as well. But once again, all based off of community demand, because those two projects would be exponentially more expensive than just 1 ounce silver coins. So but those things are being talked about at the upper levels of the Vericoin team, and being kicked around. But for the most part, like I said, it's just it depends all on the community, really.
yeah, and one thing I forgot to mention too during when I had Pat and Doug on was, it's the worldwide support for Vericoin is pretty incredible, with we got Bruno in Portugal, and he's helping out a lot with the promotion with the Portuguese-speaking people, and a lot of people still think that Brazil speaks Spanish, but that's a Portuguese-speaking country, and there are a lot of people there to bring. Oh, my wife's over there telling me not to talk geography because I made an ass out of myself a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, to address somebody's question on IRC, Yzord, Ezord, however you pronounce it, not quite sure what you're talking about. They're asking why the first batch of silver coins more coins than originally stated. I don't know exactly what you're talking about. There's always been 100 coins planned. That's how it's always been. So I really, let's see, change the price now, man. But yeah, so I don't know exactly what you're talking about there. There's always been 100 coins for the first batch, and that's all there will be. That price, I mean, that amount of coins is not getting or has not been adjusted. So hopefully that answers your question.
Yeah, for the first edition, you're just saying that you might do a second edition.
Yeah. I might do a second edition, which would be separate from the first edition. This first edition
would be different.
This first edition originally had 100 coins planned, and that's how many are being produced. So I'm not sure where they're getting their info, but it was incorrect.
Yeah, and for as far as coin collecting goes and having the mints different, they'll have a different stamp on the back, so they will physically look different. So you'll be able to differentiate the first editions from the second editions. So you won't be able to mistake a first edition for a second edition.
Exactly.
And a first edition theoretically will be worth more down the road because it's a first edition.
Exactly, and also just from scarcity alone, because like I said, there's only 100 first edition coins being made. And there's, like I said, about design changes and stuff, there's probably not going to be a whole lot of difference on the front face, just a different year. First edition is going to say 2014, second edition would say 2015, but the back would be where you'd really be able to tell, because it's not going to say first edition stamped on there, and it's going to have a different hologram sticker as well. So
yeah. And I don't know a lot about coin collecting or anything. I've just dealt in pure bullion, but this may get me into it. I've seen some of the physical Bitcoins that are out there, and they are pretty cool looking. And to get a physical Vericoin would be really cool.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's what I thought. That's why I went ahead and got this project with the OK with Pat and have been pushing it. So I know I wanted a silver Vericoin, so I figured, other people would too.
all right. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up here. Well, and again, thank you for being on the show. Maybe we'll have you on again down the road sometime. And,
hey, I'm here.
And, well, I know you are, and I am, as investors, hoping Vericoin does well.
Yeah.
And as far as I can tell, their openness and everything is very positive for growth and trust in the company. And, I really see positive things coming out of this.
Yeah,
So,
definitely. I mean, that's why I decided to throw in with Pat and the guys, because I haven't been in the crypto scene that long, only since about February of this year, but they really caught my attention with coming forward, going public and everything, and that's really what made me decide to throw my support behind them and help further Vericoin as much as I could. So every other coin has just been, I haven't even paid attention. It's just been mine whenever was most profitable and dump it. It was really all I was doing. But like I said, Pat and Doug and Dave, those guys really caught my attention. So that's why I'm here backing them, and that's why I'm helping them out as much as I can.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's wrap this up, and until next time.
All right.
Thanks for joining us, and this has been When the Bit Hits the Fan, number 3. So.
All right. See you later.